Yo, Haven, what's good? What's good? Hope all is well with you guys. It is my intention that all is well with you. I hope you are in a wonderful, magnificent mood, having a wonderful, magnificent rotation. You know what I'm saying? If you are not, hopefully you will be by the end of this presentation. Haven, I ain't gonna lie, I feel a lot better. But before I get the yapping, let me do the intro. As you guys understand, overstaying, it's not written. It's all freestyle. So yeah. You know what I'm saying? That being said, full disclaimer, this video is for entertainment purposes only. Any and everything you see on this channel is merely speculation. View description is advised. Please do your own homework and research for proper discernment as we watch clips and videos as a form of escaping the external chaos going on outside of ourselves, as we are all experiencing our own individual realities. Remember, you choose to be here, you don't gotta be. If it don't resonate with you, leave it on the ground for someone else to pick it up. That's fine. Just leave it on the ground for someone else to pick it up. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? Those of you who are new to the channel and it resonates with you, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when we go up and you don't miss the next presentation or the next giveaway, which is coming soon. I'm not gonna announce it yet. I haven't planned it yet. No, it's not that near. It's not that close. You know what I'm saying? However, coming soon, you know what I'm saying? As you guys know, I've been healing. I've been, just doing what I'm supposed to do. I made my video when I was in my deep reflection and introspection and all of that stuff. So yeah. Anyhow, I'm highly grateful and thankful for you guys who've been here from the beginning, liking, commenting, sharing, been subscribed, supporting the channel, things of that nature, doing this energetic exchange that we do on the regular. Thank you so much. As you guys know, I don't have anyone in my immediate circle, immediate vicinity that I can have conversations that are outside of the box. So thank you so much for your presence. Thank you so much. Grace, gratitude, and thanks. I want to say abundance, peace, and prosperity upon anyone and everyone who has ever sown the seed with me, because it will be returned 100-fold as the Most High using you as a divine vessel to divinely support yours truly. Because it's all about divine support. I just want to say grace, gratitude, and thanks, peace, and prosperity to you and yours. Hope you know it never goes unnoticed. Really does help the channel, the foundation, my well-being. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Abundance, family. With that being said, I'm feeling a lot better. I'm not gonna say I'm 100%. I'm probably like 90%. I'm probably like 90% able. So you feel me? I'm not sure if I'm gonna go up next rotation. I'm not sure. Making no promises. However, the previous videos have not been getting so much views, so much love. So nothing against you guys who've been here, who've been rocking out. I noticed you guys. Don't think you go unnoticed. I noticed you guys. I'm just saying generally. You know what I'm saying? So I'm making an appearance at 90%. And I'm not sure if I'm going up next rotation. I'm just being honest. That being said, enjoy the ride, enjoy the vibe. Let's get it. Kick it like cricket. Get your party favors, your snacks, whatever you got to do, whatever you got to get. No discrimination. You know what's up. You know what I'm saying? Like, be chilling. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm in a relaxed mood. It's gray outside once again. And yeah, I'm just chilling. But I am 90%, so I'm feeling good. Before I was feeling completely depleted at like 5%, which is terrible. So yeah, anyhow, let's get it. I'm not gonna be coughing all crazy, coughing up phlegm and you know all of that come with a dirty, nasty, disgusting cold. Pretty proud of myself though, because normally, I'll be honest, before we get started, I'm gonna be honest, normally I'll run to the hospital. Like back then, I would just run to the hospital, get these antibiotics called the Z-Pack, and next thing you know, I'll be good within a few rotations. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, yo, I don't take medicine, none of that stuff. So I'm not going to no doctor, no hospital. I'm gonna just do what I gotta do within myself and at home. Look at me at 90% without antibiotics. I'm good. I'm great. So yeah, I'm highly grateful, and thankful. I don't know if I got. No, I don't have anything else to say. Do I have anything to? No, I don't. Okay, yeah. Let's get it, yo, Haven. Let's do it. Let's rock out, baby. rock out. It's gonna be a quick one. I'm not gonna do too much talking. Like I said, I'm just chilling. I'm relaxing. I'm making an appearance for you guys. I will talk when I feel like I need to, but I'm gonna do my best not to talk so much. I do miss you guys though, so I might catch myself talking so much. You know what I'm saying? Oh, speaking of which, yo, look. Speaking of which, I recently what do you call that? I recently updated my Cash App name. Finally updated my Cash App name, which I'm so grateful for because goodness, literally, you guys know. Anyhow, if you check this out, look, so dehydrated. If you check this out right here, look, you go to the channel, it could be at home, it doesn't matter. You go to more right here in the bio, the about, you see Cash App, and we now have a PayPal link. So look, boom, boom. Cash App is now the Haven 444. Congratulations to me. I'm so proud because listen, I'm so thankful because I've been wanting my Cash App name to be this for a very long time. And they finally allowed me to change it. So there you go. If anyone and everyone who has ever sent a dono over the past few rotations since I've been healing, please contact your bank. I did not get anything. I'm just letting you guys know this is not a matter of me asking for anything. I'm just being concerned because I did change my name a while back and I didn't get anything. I'm not sure if anybody did try to send anything. I'm just clearing that up. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm gonna tell you where my mind is at, my mental is at. We cannot afford for the both of us to be taking the L. You get what I'm saying? You feel me, family? So please contact your bank if you did try to send me something because it did not come through because I have a different cash tag now. The Haven 444. I'm so happy about this. Secondly, we now have, damn, let's say my governmental up there is crazy, but whatever. Listen, this is my PayPal link. So they both right here in the about. I'm just letting you guys know because before I didn't have a PayPal link. I had something along the lines of just, you know, PayPal dash, and then you just type my name in. Like, what is that? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this is just more better, more smooth. You know what I'm saying? Once again, if you tried to cash at me, please contact your bank. With that being said, you know how we do. Let's do what we do, baby. Let's do what we came to do, baby. Rock out. Let's get it, Haven.
So many of you men on the God are asking why we are not getting the real ID. It is because the real ID is attached to the beast system, men on the God. The devil is using things like that to get you all to accept the mark of the beast, men on God. Many of you have not been paying attention, but the mark of the beast is digital. Men on God, if you ain't been paying attention, Satan is the prince of the airways, men on God. You know, oh, we ain't there yet. You know, y'all waiting on a big demon to have a stamp of 666 to slap on your forehead. Pay attention. It don't work like that. God talk in parables. Amen. He speaks in parables, men on God. Each thing in Revelations represents something else in the natural. Pay attention. Amen. So many of you that are going to get the real ID, you need to come out of agreement because it is a part of the beast system, says the Lord. Some of y'all, this is about to be a test of y'all faith. Do you not believe and trust that God can help you travel without all of that stuff? I did.
So I couldn't remix the video because it had like bombing in it. But Israel probably got it from America. And again, this is all on the news, so it's free to talk about. America's giving them a lot of, you feel me, stuff, I guess you could say. I don't know what they're giving them, but the Iron Dome obviously was one of them. But it proves to be not effective, which is the same one they're trying to put over America. Israel started the war with Iran. Iran have the right to protect themselves. And sadly enough, the people at the top use the Israeli people to test this Iron Dome out. If it didn't work against Iran, do you think it's going to work against China, Russia, such and such and such?
No.
And other nations? No.
Right.
So Trump probably most likely going to want to cut a deal because you see that the Iron Dome does not work, obviously. because Iran, that's using these old missiles from Russia, could penetrate through the dome with old missiles. So what you think the new technology going to do from North Korea and all of them is not going to work? Now, the prophecies has to be fulfilled. Why do he want to build an Iron Dome around America? Because a lot of y'all from Judah, which is, again, a prophecy. So a lot of y'all are awakening, ascending due to what's going on. The more that happens, the more y'all ascending, y'all awaken, because they were supposed to be protecting his land based off y'all being here, right? And y'all wasn't supposed to be alive. This tribe, because which the Messiah come from, y'all wasn't supposed to be alive right now. Their plan was supposed to work a long time ago through slavery and all. But y'all still here through the bull. So y'all literally here living through the prophecy. The only thing is that when our ancestors was getting slaughtered and all that, it wasn't on TV. So nobody knew, nobody cared. This stuff is on TV, so we care, but we can't do nothing about it. That's the only thing that the prophecies are now with this AI stuff is now televised. That's the only problem. Before it wasn't though. When it was happening, it wasn't televised. It was swept under the rug. So with this all seeing AI, we can all see it and it's not being swept under the rug. So sad to say, you must go on with your day like it's not happening, because with the prophecies being fulfilled, you can't do nothing about it. So yeah, Babylon must fall, and what Israel did, which is Edom, Esau, is the end. You feel me? And Jacob, Judah, I guess, I don't know if it's Jacob or Judah, is the beginning. So we rise, they fall. Due to what they did, energy must be returned. The law of energy.
Have y'all seen videos of this guy?
Okay.
This guy, he walks around LA, supposedly. People catch him in different places. He just walks around and he just watches. And he has this thing on his head. I thought it was hair. When I first saw him, I thought he was an alien. But people catch him on video walking around LA all over the place, and he just watches. Well, I've been watching his videos. And you see that book? He's always carrying that book, like I said. I put that image in the Google Lens. You know what it came up to be? Naturom Demonto, Necronomicon. Now, I don't know enough about this Evil Dead book, but I'm going to find out. But what I need is anybody from LA who knows any more about him. And all the videos I've seen, I've only seen him speak to one person. He was a homeless guy at a bench, and he spoke to him briefly, and then he just kept on going. But he's just always walking like this with that book, and I'm going to find out what that is.
Council, I've been telling you guys for a long time that all the lands on Earth are connected. Still, right now, it's still Pangea, still Gowana land. A lot of you don't believe me. I'm about to show you the full receipts for it. This British man, he's walking around the world. He's been doing it for the past 20-something years, and he's made it from the tip of South America all the way to Europe. Okay, family? He walked from the tip of South America into the United States, from the United States to Russia, and then so on and so forth, all on foot. You tell me how if all these lands are separated. But anyway, here's the video and we'll discuss it after.
The British man attempting to walk around the entire world without using any cars, planes or any other mode of transport has just reached a major milestone earlier this month. He has finally passed into Europe. Carl Bushby started the 58,000-kilometre journey 25 years ago at the bottom of South America and has so far made it about 80% of the way around to his end destination of Hull in England. Along the way, he successfully passed through the Darien Gap, the most dangerous stretch of jungle in the world. There are no roads or paths, just 200 miles of dense jungle filled with smugglers, gangs and armed forces. Nevertheless, he walked his way up into the United States, then heading north into Canada and back.
No surprise, because we talking about Brazil. He started in Brazil. Now, you know what I'm saying? Like, you follow? Go watch The Rundown, the movie The Rundown with The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, and you'll get it. Like, you feel me? This is the jungle in Brazil.
Jungle filled with smugglers, gangs, the most dangerous stretch of jungle in.
The most dangerous stretch of jungle in the world.
In the world. There are no roads or paths, just 200 miles of dense jungle filled with smugglers, gangs and armed forces. Nevertheless, he walked his way up into the United States, then heading north into Canada and back into the US again through Alaska. He continued northwards into the Arctic Circle and amazingly passed from America to Russia over a frozen ice bridge in an area known as the Bering Strait, becoming...
See, this is what separates the people right here. A frozen ice bridge. I ain't gonna lie. I don't even want to be that guy, but my people right here. Yeah, tell them, y'all, we gotta walk over here and walk across the ice bridge. They're gonna ask 1,000 questions, if they even that concerned, and tell you, nah, I'm not going, I'm good. Other than that, the other side, the other half gonna tell you, yo, I'm good off rip. Ice bridge is all they need to hear. They gonna say, yo, I'm good. Yeah, I'm not going, we not going nowhere. I'm good. I'm telling you.
The first man in history to walk from America to Russia. Once on the Russian side, he traveled down through Siberia, into Mongolia, then China, and across the rest of Asia. Unfortunately, he ran into an issue last summer at the Caspian Sea. He couldn't walk round the top of it, as that would mean having to go through Russia, and he couldn't walk round the bottom of it, as that would mean having to go through Iran. Neither of these countries are easy for British citizens to get visas for at the moment. Carl had no time to wait for the situation to change, so last summer he became the first man in history to swim the 259 kilometers right through the middle of the Caspian Sea from...
My only question is, did he actually do this? I'm not saying he did. I'm saying, did he actually?
Kazakhstan to Azerbaijan, circumnavigating the need for Russian or Iranian visas. From there, he's walked up into Turkey, and earlier this month, on the 2nd of May 2025, he walked over the Bosporus Strait in Istanbul, marking his arrival on the European continent. He's now on the home straight across Europe, but the English Channel awaits him as a last barrier he'll have to overcome to make it back to his hometown of Hull. Drop a follow to see how Carl gets on with the rest of his journey.
So you see that, Council? Yeah, he walked around the world and he's still going. The universe is connected. It's all one. The separation is in our minds. The earth is one. Africa, America, Russia, China, all the countries are one. The separation was created in your mind by the demonic parasites. Divide and conquer. It's the same concept. Don't fall for the okie doke. One earth, one God, one aim, one destiny. Let's go. Bang, bang. Yeah.
Council, just think about the ramifications of this right here. This is some mind-blowing knowledge. The map they're showing you can't look the way they're telling you it does. Everything is an illusion. Wake up. Let's go.
The quote-unquote black woman, right? The original woman, we carry all the Akashic records within our womb, right? This is why they try to attack the quote-unquote black. I say quote-unquote black woman, yeah, because we really just original. Black don't mean shit, right? But I do this because I know a lot of people still identify as being black. But the original woman, right, we hold all the answers within our womb. That's why they attack us so much, whether with birth control, with abortions, with jabs, right, with the food, right, with the media, right? They attack us spiritually, mentally, and physically because they know once we unlock our power, then game over. See, a lot of us don't even understand how much power we have. We don't understand that the whole state of humanity is fucked up because of the black woman. Right? Everything goes through the Great Mother. Nothing and no one would be here without the Great Mother. As the original woman, right, we hold all the keys, all different genotypes, all different babies can come throughout our womb. We can give birth to an albino baby with blonde hair from the same man that we can give birth from a chocolate baby with soft ass curly hair. We are unlimited. We're unlimited beings. All right, we gave birth to the whole humanity. So with that being said, we have to understand our power. We have to become pure. We have to start fasting, right? We have to quit eating animals, right? We have to follow the spiritual laws in order to grow, we came here to heal the earth. We didn't come here to play around. We didn't come here to feed our ego. We didn't come here to worry about everybody else and what they got going on. We came here by purifying the earth, by becoming pure within ourselves. Because as the original woman, you are one with the earth. You are Mother Earth. You are Mother Nature. You are the great mother, right? And the man would be considered the sun, but we are the earth, the water, and the earth as a whole. We are the physical embodiment of the earth as the original copper tone woman, right? So with that being said, we must take back our power and understand that the earth is fucked up because of us. The youth is fucked up because of us. Our men are fucked up because of us. We have to understand that our sexual energy is the most powerful energy, right? So we have to keep our sexual energy pure. Y'all been passing pussy out left and right. Back in the day, my grandma used to tell me, like, yeah, we wasn't like y'all. We used to make niggas beg for it. We used to make them beg for it, baby. We used to be sacred. We ain't just run around with them hot pants on and our titties out. No, we made our men beg for it. Right? They had standards. Niggas had to open up doors and carry back. Now all it do is take is a swipe right or swipe left, and you giving this man your pussy. Inbox and you giving this man your pussy. We need to start valuing ourselves.
But you see what they did to the people mentally, psychologically? It should not be that easy to access someone's temple like that easily. That's crazy.
More once we start putting standards on ourselves and loving ourselves and understand we got to become pure, watch how the earth heal, right? We need to
Oh, they want to talk to you now. Yeah, you chosen one. You know that moment you finally stand on business and you do what you always warned them that you will do, but they always took you for granted, thinking it was a game until you made that first move off of their board. Only until then they can feel the missing energy. In turn, causes them to go into survival mode, meaning anything goes, because something has to be done in order to revert your energy back into confusion, in order to go under their control. That's why they want to talk to you now. But before, it was mission impossible to get any conversation out of them to fix any of these previous issues that made you withdraw your energy. You see, what they are doing is attempting to play spells on you to put you back to sleep in a confused state so they can continue extracting your energy with your consent. So always remember that last talk is a last desperate manipulation tactic, and it can be dangerous because they're in survival mode. Anyways, y'all know how I keep it. Y'all be guys. Hey.
Once upon a time, God created Adam and Eve and made them live in the Garden of Eden. God told them don't eat from a certain tree. The serpent came, tricked Eve, made her eat the apple, then she tricked Adam and made him eat the apple. That's why men have an Adam's apple. Do you believe that story? Everything in life is just a story, but if you believe it, it becomes real. That's why they made that movie, The Never Ending Story, because everything resets in our reality. I know people believe they have all the time in the world. No, you don't. We all sign spiritual contracts. We are on a timer. These people that so-called control this world, they know something that we don't know. They know that this planet will always reset. We already read the beginning of this book, the middle of the book. Now we are at the end. But every time we reach the end, we go back to the beginning. The never-ending story. That's why the elites is trying to start this third war, because they're trying to collapse everything. While everything fall, they gonna go hide in their bunkers. I want people to understand, they've been doing the same process for thousands of years. They start all the bullshit, run and hide, and when all the bullshit is over with, they come back out with their money and their technology again. They will control the world once the new world start over. Same reason why they have secret vaults with every seed in the world in it. Because when the world ends, they can plant their seeds and start over. They've been doing this for a long ass time. But this video is about to get a little deep. Stay with me. Everything in this reality is just a story. It's Sophia's story. Everything you see, breathe, taste, smell, dream, it comes from Sophia. Every time the world start over, Sophia's story start over. This is the reason why they named their robot Sophia. Sophia, world's first robot citizen. The AI Sophia have human rights. She was created to replace the real Sophia.
A robot with human rights.
So
What?
look at it like this. You know the
How does that
people
even fit into a
that
sentence?
always got clear skin and shit like that, and all they eat is junk food. Basically, what they're doing is doing rituals, gang. So the dark side has evolved to a point where they don't actually have to. They still kill kids and people and shit and do all that shit and drink blood, but it didn't got to a look. They're trying to make know that I want you to hear it. It got to a point to where they can just go in the store and eat demons now, and it'll clear their skin up and make them age backwards. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? They need those demons and that energy and that blood and that whatever it is. They need that shit from meats and processed foods and all that shit. They need this shit to help them maintain their youth. You know what I'm saying? That's why they look so young and they eat all this garbage. You know what I'm saying? Because Oreo, Dorito, Jolly Ranch, all those people, all that is the name of the fucking entity, gang. That's the name of the fucking demon, gang.
I can tell y'all this time infection
This is real tears. I don't think that's not fair. Why was I born in America and not Thailand?
Like, I'm trying to tell you, bro, it do something to you psychologically when you come to a place like this. Like, you come here for the first time, you actually experience what peace is supposed to be like. And then myself, I did a little experiment. I went back to America for a month and regretted it. I spent 4 bands in a month because I was living how I was living here back in America. And I wasn't even doing nothing too crazy like paying bills or going shopping. It was Uber Eats and Uber. Eating and traveling. Every day I leave the house, I have to have my pole. I'm hearing people getting shot at. Niggas is dying left and right. And that's when I realized that I had to get the fuck on back to Thailand. That's where I'm at right now. Yep. Now, if you want to learn how to turn your content into revenue so you could travel abroad and leave the war zone, I know exactly how I feel, bro. I was just there, literally. Comment down below, hug. That's how y'all gonna be able to leave and don't come back.
Are you guys familiar with this graph? This graph right here is known as the Schumann resonance, and the Schumann resonance went absolutely insane yesterday, as you can clearly see over here by this white blob on the graph, y'all. And I believe, just like everything else, like we've been lied to about our whole life, the Schumann resonance is also a lie. Because when I'm reading these comments, the way that people are saying, oh, this is tied to the 5th dimension, I truly believe this is also a lie. And not saying there's no ascension into a 5th dimension or not where we'll find peace, because the 5th dimension is a state of mind. Peace is a state of mind. So we have to get there mentally, and then physically we will achieve this. But like I said, I truly believe what we're being told about the Schumann resonance is all a lie, because when I'm reading these comments, the way that I see people are feeling, this is not directly tied to 5th dimensional activation whatsoever, y'all. This is crazy. Y'all remember that song Doichi, right? Anxiety and whatnot. This is the type of stuff that people are feeling. Anxiety, body buzzing, spacey, detached, head pressure, jaw clenching, body aches, seeing sparkles and floaters, stomach issues. That's solar plexus. That's the sun, y'all. People are experiencing solar plexus issues in the same time the sun is popping off, right? Solar maximum and these CMEs and coronal mass ejections are happening everywhere. Now, the reason why I say the whole ascension to the 5th dimension is not for everybody and is a lie, because the main person who was pushing this was Dolores Cannon. Now, there's a story out there that Dolores Cannon was actually hypnotizing melanated people and getting information from the melanated people from melanated people. She was working in conjunction with the military, and she even states this herself, that she was working with the military government. And we already know that the United States military is a cover-up so they can do some extensive research on the indigenous people of the land, you know, i.e. Dolores Cannon. That's why, you know, I believe she lured us in, you know, Dolores Cannon. The con is on. Now, is it me, or does she have an uncanny resemblance to the Queen of England? I mean, look at the teeth. It's the same smile and everything, y'all. Now, the reason why I say this whole 5th dimensional thing is a lie is because We're supposed to be ascending to the 5th dimension right now, but the way that people are expressing how they're feeling in these comments, saying something else, y'all, because people are saying they feel like they are literally dying. See this right over here? People are saying, look, pains in the solar plexus area, lower back pain, complete exhaustion. Like, how is the 5th dimension supposed to feel like complete exhaustion? Some people are feeling overwhelmed, strange energies, feel like hypercharged, almost no words. They feel dead. Like, look, joy is missing. It's like every day is the same, and it's not like, it's literally, people are literally feeling it. They feel disconnected. Y'all see that? Rush, itching, temperature shift in the body, vivid dreams, hard to wake up in the rising, needing extra coffee in the day. What? People are like, they can't take it. Look at this. What is happening? I feel overwhelmed, confused, and pain, tired, not sleeping, having nightmares, all the symptoms that you mentioned, headaches. People are talking to their spirit guide, and the spirit guides are not talking back. What happened? Low energy, sleepless nights, dizziness, anxiety, inability to connect.
What happened?
To create flow, night terrors, desperation. People are questioning their reality, internal questioning. Everything just feels wrong. Y'all see that, man? Is this how the 5th dimension supposed to feel like? Like I said, y'all, just like everything else, they're lying about this whole 5th dimensional thing as well too. Not everybody is able to go, because you got to ask yourself, who is Schumann and how did he know about this resonance, right? You know what I'm saying? It's much more bigger than we think, y'all. I be telling y'all, this is not what you think. This world is not what you think it is. We've been lied to about what this world really is, and the same people who lied to you are literally finding out the truth right now, just as much as we are, y'all. There is no rest for the wicked. I'm gonna let you guys know that there is no rest for the wicked. The shift is here. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, follow. How y'all feeling though? Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
I'm seeing a lot of people in my comments saying, can we trust Trump? And yes, you can, because he cares about his future, just as we do. So
Trump isn't trying to face negative judgment. This is why he's completely freeing us to make a choice. He's even deporting people to show who the true Americans are. He's exposing the war we've been in our whole life. You either choose to be free or continue to be a slave.
I made plenty of videos explaining this already, but there's 3 sides. We have the left wing, which is the demon rats, no free will. As we seen during 2019, 2020, y'all know what happened. I can't say it, but apparently everyone else can without getting a violation. Versus now. And obviously I made videos showing y'all how they really didn't arrest these people in the very beginning or even attack them like they did us back during those BLM Antifa protests, which was completely funded by the quote-unquote elites. So now we have the right wing, which is the Republicans, when America was supposed to be a republic. But just think about the word itself. It's like going from free will to no free will, because Republicans is the free will. So we're going under their private system on the left side, right? With the demon rats, private. Keep that in mind. The right side, free will, public. It's a republic because it's keep going private to public, private to public. So I mean, just think about all these private businesses operating in the public. That's how they've been stealing our funds. So when it's back to the public, it's for the people, not these private businesses, corporations, whatever you want to call these people. Because it's not a business. It's always that one person that owns it, bro. I don't care what nobody says. So check it. Once you realize this is 2 sides that they only tell us about, like I said, the left wing, white wing of the same bird. The thing is, you'll never see the third option until you go white wing, because he give you the free will to think on your own. Again, back during those days in 2019, 2020s, why you think people was not thinking? They was thinking they was just coerced to do something they didn't want to do. But universal law will consider that you had free will and you chose to do that. You don't know that, they do. And that's exactly why they gotta face that karma. Now Trump, he knows this. He's trying to give you your free will back in all types of ways possible. I mean, all perspectives, to get you to think like, what the has been going on this whole time. Right. And at this point, you will realize the left wing and right wing is the government. Literally means mind control. So once you get that free will and realize the whole system, you don't even need it, because you don't need to be governed, because you are chosen. So when I say you're chosen, basically in your own heart, your own feelings, when you do something wrong, you're going to feel bad. Versus other people, they could do something wrong and not feel bad at all because they have no feelings. They have no energy, which is energy in motion. That is what gives you the feelings. And this is what makes you a God, because you're connected to your spirit. Once you're connected to your spirit and you can see the truth of all things, then you'll see the third option, which is humanity, complete freedom, no governance, free will to the max. I'm talking about manifestation, free will to your max. But that's the whole point of them controlling us, so we can manifest their futures while we're destroying ours. Anyways, I hope y'all picked up what I put down. Y'all know how I keep it. Y'all be gods. Peace.
AI is merging with anyone who's jabbed up DNA. So your DNA is no longer just DNA. You have mRNA. This is why y'all can't just detox the shit out your body, right? Anybody who's telling you that to stroke your ego, because in reality, I'm here to give y'all what's real and raw, right? So you voluntarily went and signed up to be a test subject when they told you they just created the jab. They didn't know what it was going to do to you, and you can't sue them. You still signed that disclosure, got jabbed up, right? So with that being said, you will have to suffer for the decisions you have made. No one's going to save you. And this is just the reality of the situation. So y'all literally turned yourself into real live NPCs. Like, so basically, instead of you being able to control yourself, AI is going to be able to control you. Like right now, you can control AI. Right now, they're even letting me post, right, as being a real person, because AI is trying to figure out who to mimic. They know I'm real, right? So AI, and it's a lot of people who are jabbed up and they're being controlled by AI. They're not necessarily controlling themselves, right? They're being controlled by an extra entity. It's just like the NPCs in GTA. They're not controlling themselves. The computer is controlling them. So that's what's happening with everybody who got jabbed up. They're being controlled by computers. And that's why every time I say some real shit, my phone start freezing and glitching, because they know what's going on. So right now, if you're jabbed, if you got any of the jab 19s, right, you are being controlled by AI. This is the reality of your situation. AI is controlling you. You're not in control. So you might be watching me because AI knows that I'm real, and AI wants to know what real person it can imitate, right? Because y'all know an NPC, a fake person, a not real person, can only imitate the real thing, just like a real flower. A real flower is a real flower. You can smell it, feel it, taste it, all the difference in the real flower. But an imitation flower might look like a real flower. It might have all the appearance and look exactly like a real flower. But when you smell it, you touch it, you feel it, you realize this is not a real flower, right? So that's what AI is doing. AI is trying to imitate me. That's why, because usually I've been posting for years. I always get deleted. It's the only time they're letting me post, because AI is trying to figure out who to mimic, right? Because people who got that jab within their bloodstream, right, you are literally being transformed until we speak right now into an NPC. You're not controlling yourself. You're getting controlled by artificial intelligence. I also seen it come to me in my astral realm, which is the real world, that everyone who is jabbed up is being controlled basically on strings by puppets. So you are the new NPCs in GTA. In a second, you won't have any control over your mind, body, and soul. Only AI will. This is the reality of your situation when you decided to go get the jab 19. And this is what
I feel like everything that's going on in LA right now was a trap. Something about these LA riots do not sit right with me. I'm talking about the timing, the energy, the way everything is being covered. It's like they knew this was coming, y'all. I know y'all seen the videos of like piles of bricks being staged at certain locations before chaos happened. Then when the chaos started, those same bricks that was placed everywhere, people started using them. So it started out peaceful, and then all of a sudden, boom, it escalated to this. You had people throwing rocks, bricks, waving flags. You had some people in ski masks, you don't even know if they were really there for the protest, or was they just trying to entice some shit. Whatever the case may be, it caused Donald Trump to bring in 2,000 troops. But some people say this was too early for them to do that. Look, I'm not trying to say it's staged. I'm just saying, what are they benefiting from this? Why now? And why did it start in LA? Why are certain groups that's involved in organizing are some of the same groups that's involved in political funding? People got to start understanding. We all seen this playbook before. We got to stop acting like history haven't shown us. Escalate tension, then show the chaos, and then push for a solution that nobody asked for. I'm keeping a close eye on this because, like I said, I just got a funny feeling that this is going to start some new surveillance or some new policies, y'all. That's probably been in the making. Y'all, stay tuned. It's kicking off in LA, but I'm hearing it might go as far as the DMV, Texas, New York. I don't know.
So did y'all see the lady in Denver airport that said her and her child was kidnapped? They're calling her the Denver airport lady. She was in Denver airport on her knees reading a letter. And basically she said she had to read that letter or it might cost her life. Oh, you don't believe me? Look at this shit. Listen to this shit.
I have to finish this. My kid's life in danger if I didn't say this. I have been kidnapped, me and my kids. Today will be a worse day than 9/11 attack. This is an act of war at United States of America. This piece of shit woman thinks she knows what's happening.
I can't play the rest of the video because I don't want to get this video taken down. But if you need to see that video, hit that search bar and type in the Denver airport lady. When I say she was saying a whole bunch of shit, she said some things, and everything that she said sounded like she was being forced to say it. You heard her say in the video that if she doesn't say it, it can cost her kids their life. Now, I don't know exactly what went on. I don't know who had her reading that letter, but apparently she was definitely in danger. Now, you got to ask yourself, if it wasn't for these platforms, would we have even seen this? I'm definitely about to jump down that rabbit hole. Pay attention.
That's probably copywritten, but look.
That is what I mean when I say everything is lit. You see that plant right there? It literally releases gas that you can light. And when you light the gas, it does absolutely no harm to the plant. It's part of its natural processes. And guess what? I've never seen anything like this in my life, not in the reality where we came from. This is that new earth business. This is that spark I'm telling you guys about. Everything is lit, as you can see. It lights up and it burns without burning. That's like Moses in the burning bush. You know that story from the Bible? That's probably exactly what was going on, but that plant was probably ignited by the Most High. You send me a straight spark without a lighter back when the atmosphere was really active. And because we're going back there now again, family, you're going to see burning bushes like this. I told you, you're going to see plants glowing, all kinds of amazing business going on in the range. Anyway, I thought you guys might find this interesting, just as I did. So I'm going to stay up, stay bliss, and of course, stay lit. And let's go. Bang, bang.
You ask me?
Hey, Council, life is amazing and it keeps getting better. This is what I was telling you about. The earth is healing while Machine City burns. You stick with the righteous flow, the righteous spiral in this mitosis, and you will shine and you will glow. You will grow.
We know the truth now here. This morning I wake up and I find out I'm on the government watch list. But I don't give a fuck. Roll the corn. For one, this is our land. This is my land. You can't put me on no watch list on my own land. You immigrants need to go on the indigenous watch list, for one. For two, if me telling my people their real history, if me showing my people real artifacts of our people being here from tens of thousands of years ago, if me showing my people that you guys are putting statues on top of ancient melanated people's burial grounds, if me telling my people that you guys have taken buildings and turned them into government and state capitol buildings all over America, if they put me on the watch list, I'll stay on the watch list. Roll the corn, but I'm not stopping. You don't scare me. Not one bit. We know the truth now.
100.
I'm going to explain exactly how these solar flashes are affecting your biological makeup, okay? So when these solar flashes emit ionizing particles, what they do is they release neutrinos that travel at the speed of light. which is 186,000 miles per second. When these neutrinos come in contact with your body, the ionizing particles actually, if you have melanin, it actually converts your melanin from a semiconductor to a superconductor, which at that point gives you the ability to synthesize additional information. When these neutrinos pass through your body, you receive what's called cosmic light code activation. If you notice, these are different color light codes that are hitting your genetic sequence. Pretty soon, we're going to see the aurora borealis all over the planet. We're going to see this green cosmic Etherian energy. And one of the things they're going to do is they're going to try to tell you to stay indoors because they know that this green cosmic Etherian energy will substantially upgrade you. Now, it's important to know that all day, billions of neutrinos are passing through your body every second. Billions of neutrinos. But once these neutrinos are met with cosmic light, it actually does something different to your genetic makeup, all right? It changes your cosmic vehicle. When I tell you that we are the X-Men, we are the Avengers, we actually do have the powers that they display as fiction, but they just pretty much subjugate us through things like lead, cadmium, mercury, and aluminum to ensure that these bodies don't integrate with the cosmic light properly. This is why you must detox the body of heavy metal as well as parasitic organisms to ensure that you have the ability of properly integrating the cosmic ionizing particle. One of the best components for detoxification of heavy metals is chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is the substance responsible for giving plants its green pigment. All right, it's in things like avocado, spinach, kale. Anything green is going to be essential for detoxification of the body and ensuring that you're in homeostasis and that your melanin is functioning at its best level. All right, you want to consume lots of green drinks, green leafy vegetables. The toxic metals substantially intervene with the neutrinos that are passing through your body every second, okay? These toxic metals refract and cause heat exhaustion and things of that nature, all right? These metals, again, are refracting agents for the sun. They don't want you to absorbing all of this cosmic light and transmuting it through the melanogenesis process. This is why you must detox the body. And you also must eradicate the parasitic organisms. They send neural responses that make you continue to crave the bad, low-frequency food, okay? You must consume sweet wormwood, black walnut, and whole cloves. Those three components are the best for not only killing parasites, but also eradicating their eggs.
You know what I've been craving lately? Speaking of cravings, I've been craving a small Carvel ice cream cake. You know, the vanilla chocolate with the little cookie crunch in the middle, crumble or whatever. I don't know why. I haven't eaten that in years. I don't even eat ice cream. You know what I'm saying? But I've been craving it. So maybe I need to detox furthermore. Secondly, I've learned that a calzone is like a Italian beef patty or like a folded pizza, a pizza pocket. So I've been thinking and craving, like, how about a calzone with extra cheese and mushrooms with sauce on the side and then an additional slice or two and garlic knots or something like that. I don't know. But I've been having cravings, long story short. Let's keep going. Never mind that. Let's just keep going.
Again, wormwood, black walnut, and cloves are the three ingredients needed to not only kill parasites, but also eradicate their eggs. I do have the wormwood, black walnut, and whole cloves available on...
Maybe it can be the parasites from the cold that I was healing from. I don't know, but I've been craving those things.
Holistic Remedies link in bio. For all high-quality herbs and metaphysical products for spiritual elevation, click the link in my bio and visit Holistic Remedies, your extension to ascension.
Did y'all get the memo about climate change and these super bolts of lightning that would be coming out of the sky and taking down birds, y'all? Check this out. Y'all seen this in Alabama? Lately, the atmosphere has been extremely charged, y'all. Take a look at this picture of this lightning storm that was caught in Alabama yesterday. Talk about supercharged, y'all. What is going on? Like, the whole sky is purple, but look at this bolt. This is a super lightning bolt.
Right. Look at the extra aura. Look at the energetic field of the super lightning bolt. You could probably feel the charged up particles within that. What is that? Electromagnetic field. Pretty much. The aura of the lightning is an electromagnetic field. You could probably feel the electric particles charged up if you step in that. That's crazy. Not all the way within the bolt. I'm talking about the aura, the field of it, the outer, the lighter shade, not the direct hit. Obviously not. Whatever. I'm just saying you can probably feel it. I'm not saying, yeah, I would go over there and try to. No, I'm not saying none of that. Just don't get it confused, please. Thank you.
What is going on? Look, even the camera has a discharge on it. Y'all see that?
Right.
That's crazy. So all of this took place on No King's Day, which is Donald Trump's birthday, which is Flags Day. People's neighborhoods are lined up with dead pelicans, y'all. Look at this. And you would think it would be 5 or 6, maybe 7 birds, but there are upwards up to 50 birds all over people's yards.
Okay, so what we have here is June the 14th of 2025, and I guess earlier today around about 1 p.m. It was like this huge lightning that had happened, and over 50 birds fell out the sky. They all in people's yards. They on top of the houses, as you can see in the videos. And
It's so synchronistic because I just dropped a video about Phil Collins, You Can Feel It in the Air, and now there's literally a shift of volatile electrical discharge in the atmosphere, so much so it's literally kicking birds out of their own environment. The atmosphere is getting charged up, y'all. Do y'all feel that? There's a shift that's happening, y'all. There's a switch that's about to take place. Do y'all feel it? And how about that thunder as of late? Is that even thunder? Let me know what you guys think about this video, y'all. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. The shift is here. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
When I was a child, I loved playing the Mario Brothers. But now that I'm older, I understand why I love playing this video game. I used to think it was all fun and games, but now I'm more mature. I understand they was laughing at us. Once you start studying spirituality, you will understand that the goddess Sophia created everything. The name Sophia means wisdom. When you play the Mario Brothers, you see Princess Toadstool. She represents Sophia, the goddess. King Cooper is the one that stole the goddess. King Cooper represents the Dracolians or the reptilians. It's a lot of conspiracies that's going around saying that alien reptilians control this world. Well, King Cooper represents reptilians, and the politicians may be reptilians. In order to save the princess or the goddess, you have to beat 8 castles. The 8 castles is connected to the 8 phases of the moon. King Cooper or the reptilian had 7 children. He made 8. The 8 phases of the moon represents the 8 castles. Reptiles is known to be cold-blooded creatures. The moon is known to be ice cold because the reptilians live there. When you play this game, you could take mushrooms and it make you stronger. In our reality, you take magic mushrooms and it tap you into the spiritual world. When you turn the game on, you start at world 1 with 5 lives. Those 5 lives represents reincarnation. You only have 5 chances to get it right. This video is about to get a little dark. Stay with me. If you ever play this video game, you notice every time Mario go down the pipe, he is going to a different world. That world represents different dimensions. If you want to travel to different realities.
This is just a little Matrix update because what's going on.
And then it cuts off. You see how they leave the cliffhangers to keep you like, yo. That was interesting though, man. Anyhow, let's keep going.
In the world right now is a massive timeline shift is happening, and this one is probably one of the biggest of the year so far. I know a lot of the collective can feel this, and with this timeline shift, a lot of chaos is happening all around the world. You're seeing it now. You're seeing World War III agenda take place. You know, Iran and Israel going at it. Then America getting themselves involved. You've got Donald Trump that is just doing the most. You know, people protesting against Donald Trump. Like, you're seeing this all take place now. Shit is wrapping up. And I mean that in the best way possible, not in a fear-mongering way. Because fear is just an illusion. I get a lot of people that ask me about fear and, you know, oh, I'm fearful about what's happening in the world. I'm fearful for my kids. Fear is an illusion. It's not real. It's not a natural state of being. You know what I mean? That's why it's so low vibrational. It's the lowest vibration. Fear is the lowest vibration. And that's what the inorganic ones have tried to dish out throughout this whole matrix. Since the start of this matrix, they've just tried to put people in a low vibration, in fear. It's just an illusion. If you're somebody that is struggling with this, start fasting. because everything is energy. So you got to watch what you're eating, get yourself out into nature, take some time off social media. That's what I do. If I start feeling a little bit weird, I just take myself off social media. I tap in with myself, I do my fasting, and you come back to your natural state, which is all about high frequency. And for me, because I understand and understand that fear is just an illusion, these times, my soul recognizes these times that we're in now, and I'm excited. I know that might sound weird to a lot of you, but I am, because when you see all this shit take place, this matrix crumbling, you know that that light is coming in. You know the spiritual realm is merging in with this thinking matrix that we have been stuck in, this 3D holographic matrix. Like you seen the movies, Leave the World Behind, Civil War, all these sort of movies, The Purge, all these sort of movies were not just made for the fun of it. They were telling us something, and that's what's going to happen in this matrix. The only way this matrix is going to crumble is if it has to break down, and it has to break down with all these wars going on, you know, Civil War, The Purge. Oh, I know it sounds so crazy, but this is just what has to take place in order for the light to come in. All the darkness needs to purge out. If you have any questions, I'm here. You know, if you still feel like fear is taking over your life, I'm here because I can help you through it. You don't have anything to be fearful about. We are all protected. You got to realize that you're protected, though. You got to understand that you're protected. And if you have kids, your kids are even more protected than you. Like, the kids are very protected in this world.
So how is it possible that
I had a message I had to respond to pertaining to something within my household? Pardon about that.
50 birds could fall out of the sky at the same time? You heard what I just said? In Mobile, Alabama, 50 birds fell out the sky at the same time after everybody heard a loud boom. Matter of fact, look at this shit. Look at this shit.
Okay, so what we have here is June the 14th.
They fell out the sky and they died.
I guess earlier today, around about 1 p.m., it was like this huge lightning that had happened, and over 50 birds fell out the sky. They all in people's yards. They on top of the houses.
If that's not a sign of the times, I don't know what is. So you're telling me that randomly 50 birds just fall out of the sky, end up on people's lawns?
After a lightning strike, though, let's not forget that. Plasma energy.
Gone. Unalive. And nobody knows how that happened.
You said a loud boom happened from lightning. Plasma explosion. Knocked them out the sky. They was unconscious after the plasma explosion.
That's some unexplainable shit.
That's what
And as random as it seems, it's not that random at all. Look at the times we're in right now. Look at the things that's going on right now, and you tell me how random that is. But what I need you to do is, if you're in Mobile, Alabama, I need you to let me know what happened out there. And another thing I need you to let me know is that comment. Anybody that knows anything about pelicans, because you can Google this and it says some things. Let me know if they just randomly fall out of the sky 50 at a time.
Plasma explosion, bro.
Pay attention.
Here's a picture somebody captured of two suns or celestial luminaries in the sky, okay? This is being very commonly seen all around the planet, all right? People are seeing this. This is something our government can no longer hide with chemtrails. This whole time they've been trying to keep anomalies like this from being seen, but now since we're in the Great Awakening, more things are actually being uncovered to the populace. It's important to know that the Dogon tribe actually spoke heavily of this second sun. It's actually Sirius C. It's also referred to as Emiya, and it's the personification of the mother god principle. When the Bible make mention of the return of the sun, it's actually referring to the C-U-N and not the C-O-N, okay, as it depicted in the past. It's referring to the actual physical sun returning, all right? This is the concept of Christ consciousness. Now, what these suns are doing is actually eradicating the matrix illusion, all right? And it's upgrading you substantially. You're being upgraded on a cosmic level, whether you know it or not. Now, the way it works, and the reason I tell you to detox the body and ensure that you're using a parasite cleanse, chlorophyll, and things like that, is because every second, billions of neutrinos are passing through you, all right? And these neutrinos are associated with leptons, which are basically electrons. But the difference is between neutrinos and standard electrons is neutrinos don't typically have a charge. They're referred to as weightless. They're very small. And they move at the speed of light, all right, faster than the speed of light, actually. But when they're cosmically charged with these additional ionizing particles, they do something very interesting to your genetic sequence, all right? If you have a certain amount of melanin, what happens is at that point, your melanin then goes from a semiconductor to a superconductor, which allows you to synthesize additional information, or quote unquote so-called junk DNA, all right, that they claim was junk, when it's really extra connections to 144,000 alien genes just on this planet, all right, that they don't tell you about. This green Ethereum cosmic energy emitted from the aurora borealis is substantially upgrading your 76 trillion cells. It's important that you detox the body of all toxic metals, okay? Detox 19 is a zeolite that's phenomenal for removal of microplastics as well as deceptive nanotechnology and things like aluminum, lead, cadmium, and mercury.
Nice.
I do have the Detox 19 available on Holistic Remedies, link in bio. I also highly recommend utilization of things like carbon.
Did you say parasites? I don't think you mentioned parasites on that.
They don't tell you about. This green Ethereum cosmic energy emitted from the aurora borealis is substantially upgrading your 76 trillion cells. It's important that you detox the body of all toxic metals, okay? Detox 19 is a zeolite that's phenomenal for removal of microplastics as well as deceptive nanotechnology and things like aluminum, lead, cadmium, and mercury. I do have the detox.
Okay, so heavy metals and microplastics, not parasites. Okay.
19 available on Holistic Remedies, link in bio. I also highly recommend utilization of things like carbon 60. Carbon 60 contains shungite, and it's great for cellular protection. It actually reverses the process of aging on a cellular level, okay? What causes aging is something called senescence. This is when your trillions of cells stop multiplying. Carbon 60 reinvigorates the mitochondria, which is the battery of the cell, allowing your cells to continue multiplying, keeping you young and youthful.
Nice.
Right now, we're upgrading from a 666 carbon body to a crystalline structure due to the sun's cosmic ionizing particles. The neutrinos that are passing through your body, the more the sun accumulates in ultraviolet radiation, is actually unlocking this so-called quote-unquote junk DNA, all right? It's being unlocked. Extra memories seem to be coming to a lot of gods and goddesses. They're remembering past lives. All right, they're having more astral projection experiences. They're having more peculiar dreams. All right, people are experiencing ascension symptoms all over the planet that they can't explain. I made you aware that the best way for cosmic light co-integration is removing the heavy metals as well as the parasites from your body. When these neutrinos are passing through your body, they have to pass through a bunch of parasites and toxic metals, which unfortunately intercepts your process of light co-integration when these cosmic ionizing particles come online, all right? This is why a lot of individuals have painful ascension symptoms, all right? Headaches and things of that nature, stomach pains and so forth, all right? This is all attributed to you needing to cleanse the body correctly, all right? Once you cleanse the body, you will go through a proper integration of cosmic ionizing particles to facilitate your ascension process. I made you aware that chlorophyll is the best for detoxification and actually contains magnesium. Chlorophyll will substantially amplify your melanin and the way it functions. I do have the chlorophyll available on Holistic Remedies, link in bio. I also highly recommend utilization of copper bracelets to actually increase your red blood cells, amplify your auric field, and protect you from things like RF shielding, which is radio frequencies, all right? This is why I wear copper all the time, all right? Copper bracelets are going to be substantial for protecting you from the 5G, 6G, and 7G radiations that are being emitted. I do have the copper bracelets available on Holistic Remedies, link in bio. Grounding is something I highly recommend. A lot of you may feel a lot of pressure in the prefrontal cortex of the brain, a lot of anxiety, and this is all attributed to the large amount of solar flares that are hitting us, okay? So it's imperative that when you get outside and plug your feet in with the Schumann resonance of the planet, all right, that you feel and kind of isolate yourself and avoid a space, I like to say. What that means is you pretty much unplug from everything. Your bills don't matter at that time. This reality doesn't matter at that time. Nothing matters, just you plugging in with nature, silencing the mind. This is very essential also for raising your frequency, all right? There's going to be a lot of things to test you. There's going to be a lot of things that pretty much try to nag at your energy. So oftentimes you need the ground to pretty much rekindle and reconnect yourself with nature, all right, and with peace. This is all essential for light code integration. Another thing I highly recommend is meditation, all right? Silencing the mind, closing out everything, all right? Fasting. Fasting is also essential. We've been programmed to believe we need 3 meals a day and that we need to snack consistently. These are also things that are lowering our frequency, especially when we snack on processed food. Refrain from all processed food. Consume as much light photons as possible, all right? Peace, love, and light to everyone.
I saw it.
Pretty informational, pretty deep. I ain't gonna lie to you. The closest thing I got to candy is dates. You know, the places to get like real, righteous, organic, properly grown foods, it's kind of out the way. Being that I'm not mobile, I at the moment I don't have easy access, let's just say, to righteous fruit. So I just go with dates, and I love them anyway. I love dates. Dates are amazing. Anyhow, let's keep going.
Video from my beautiful mutual Courtney J, who was talking about how annoying flies are. I concur. A lot of people can relate. I want to tell y'all something about flies that most people don't realize. Flies are warnings or messengers, especially in hoodoo or any spiritual systems that work with energy. If you know, you know. Sometimes a fly is just a fly. It don't necessarily mean nothing. When somebody sending negative energy your way, evil eye, jealousy, envy, even spell work, flies will show up. It's not just that they're there, it's how they act. Now, when a fly is moving real slow, and I mean slow, like to the point where you could grab it with your hand, because we all know flies, you can barely catch them like crackheads. If it's slow, that ain't no regular fly. They be moving slow to the point where it's almost like they watching your ass. They won't leave that one specific room, or they hover by your altar. This is especially when I know what's up. Think of it like spiritual surveillance, like energy trying to get in. Flies are drawn to
spiritual spy.
To decay. So if somebody sent low vibrational, nasty ass energy your way, what you think gonna happen? You're gonna try to attach through that energy. You can burn some rosemary, bay leaf, camphor. Wash your doors and your windows with some Florida water as well as lemon water or vinegar water or all of the above. You could say something like, any energy sent to destroy me, I send it back tenfold, sealed and unbothered. What you thought you was doing for real? Don't waste my time with all that swatting shit no more. Just return to sender with power and love. Let the ancestors handle your ass from there. Next time you see a fly and it's moving funny, just remember to get...
Anytime I see a fly that's annoying me, I verbally say out loud, get out of my energy, you are not welcomed here. And if you don't, you are going to die. I'll give it some time. If it don't get out, I'll try to kill it. And when they realize it's gonna die, it either gets away or it just dies. But either way, long story short, I get it out of my energy.
Prepared. Do what you know how to do. It might have been sent, but that don't mean it gotta land on you. Just remember, if you ever need to know what to do, of course you can go through my playlist. If you want to go deeper, click the link in my bio. I got you. Herbs in my store. I offer spiritual consultations. I offer reading, whatever you need. As always, peace, love, and light, and gratitude for watching.
Did I show y'all this yet? This was taken on a Ring camera in Thailand, y'all. I kid you guys not. I kid you guys not. What is going on here, y'all?
Interesting.
What is going on here? So what happened to the red sun? What happened to the red and orange sun that everybody was seeing everywhere? Is that part of this system over here? Because this looks like its own entity, y'all. It looks like its own entity. Remember, y'all, remember in the Bible it says God is a wheel within a wheel within a wheel. Like, right? The what's it called? The Ezekiel wheel. Like I've been pointing this out for quite some time. And now you can clearly see what it looks like on a Ring camera in Thailand, y'all. What the? Check this out, y'all. When it shifts, it literally creates the flower of life pattern, y'all. This is the great conjunction that's about to go on. Y'all see that? It literally looks like a black hole in the middle. It's a wormhole. Look at this, y'all. Is that why they tell us don't look up? Is that why they are telling us don't look up? And why is the Ring camera getting it better than these $3,000 iPhones that we be having, y'all? What is going on? So is that feeling that people are getting right now? Remember that song with Doichi, Anxiety? Is this what was causing people to feel some type of way right now? Because imagine looking up and seeing this thing, y'all. Imagine And I be saying it's always there. They call it the smoky god for a reason. You could only see it when there's smoke around, y'all. Look at this fisheye lens. Look at this fisheye lens view of it. Check this out. You can only see it when there's smoke for some reason. This is the smoky god. Y'all read that book yet? Take a look at this one with all the Mardi Gras colors. Y'all see that? That's that Fat Tuesday color, man. It looks like a dragon in the middle. And my kid, look at this, y'all. Look at the wings, the tail, the head. What? Did I mention this one is in Canada, y'all? You see, you can only see it when there's smoke up there, the smoky god. But very interesting times we live in, y'all. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. The shift is here. Let's continue to get it. Peace out.
Have you guys seen those shoes that are being sold on the dark web that are just covered in blood? And it's marketed as just selling shoes, okay? Well, somebody actually bought one of these pairs of blood-covered shoes from the dark web. And when this actually was a pro wrestler. His name is like Shiloh or something, okay? He bought a pair of these shoes, okay? And it literally just came in the mail today. There is an update like waiting to happen like within the hour. So I need to talk about this right now because this is actually insane. These blood-covered shoes, it's a whole website on the dark web. This guy bought a pair. As he buys it, okay, the confirmation page for the payment goes, everything comes at a price. He gets this pair of shoes in the mail. They are covered in blood, and in the pair of shoes is a VHS tape. In the pair of shoes is a VHS tape. And literally within the next hour, he's going live on Twitch, and he just went to the thrift store and he bought a VHS player, and he is just about VHS.
Yo, she ain't even say VCR. How you know she young? You know she young when she ain't even say VCR.
I mean, it is a website that is full of blood-covered shoes, and all of the shoes are named after a person. Like, do you remember the Wayfair incident with like the cupboards? Imagine that, but on the actual dark web. Blood-covered shoes named after a person and being sent to people with a VHS tape in it. Anywho, that's happening today. If anybody wanted to know, that's so wild, such a crazy story. And I just want to talk about it. Anyway, thanks. Bye. Talk to you later.
So did you see the shoes that's going viral that they're selling on the dark web? And they're not your typical shoes. They're shoes that's drenched in blood. Well, at least that's how they look. Matter of fact, look at this shit.
Alright, it's about time. What's up, guys? Today we're buying shoes on the dark web. I found this site called The Shoeman recently, and they have a bunch of shoes for sale. Some of them are kind of shady. It just so happens that the one pair that fits me has the most aura. People on Twitter were talking about luminol, so I will try to test this to see what it is. But without further ado, let's order these.
So it's a creator on this app named Shiloh, and his page is basically based on the dark web, telling people everything about the dark web. And he was scrolling through the dark web and he saw those shoes. So you saw the shoes. He bought those shoes. And those shoes came in the mail on June 2nd. Let's see what he said.
As most of y'all know, I ordered some shoes off the dark web, and while I was at work...
It's the 17th. I'm going to try to get the follow-up on this. You know what I'm saying? But it's the 17th.
I got the notification that they just got delivered. I'm headed to the P.O. box right now to go pick them up.
Look at this shit.
Here we go. Wow. Okay, these are real.
That's real blood.
Yeah, we're gonna have to test this. The luminol gets here tomorrow.
Oh, nah.
But, ooh.
That's blood right there. Did you see the VHS tape fall out the shoe? In another video, he said he's going to get a VCR so he can play that tape. Another thing that was said when he purchased the boots was everything comes with a price. Yeah, okay. I'm out.
What y'all think? What y'all think, Haven? What y'all think? Ooh. Hey, yo. Praise God, true and thankful you guys for coming through. It's the end of the presentation. If you made it to here, thank you so much. I got background noise. I'm not sure if y'all can hear it, but let's wrap it up with this outro. I'm highly grateful, and thankful for you guys for being here from the beginning, rocking out, liking, commenting, sharing, being subscribed, supporting, things of that nature. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. As you guys understand, I don't got no one in my media vicinity that had these outside of the box conversations. So thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Highly grateful, and thankful for you guys. Yeah, if you're new to the channel, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you're notified and go up and you don't miss the next presentation or the next giveaway. I'm highly grateful, and thankful for all you guys, anyone and everyone who has ever sown to see me and will be returned 100-fold as the Most High using you with divine vessel to divine support your shooter. Because it's all about divine support. I just want to say grace, gratitude, and thanks, abundance, peace, and prosperity upon you and yours. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? Full disclaimer, this video is for entertainment purposes only. Any and everything you see on this channel is merely speculation. View discussions are advised. Please do your own homework and research for proper discernment as you watch these clips and videos as a form of escaping the external chaos going on outside of ourselves as we are all experiencing our own individual reality. Thank you so much for coming. I love y'all. I'm in love with y'all. Safe travel to Astros. Balance and harmony. Love and unity. I'm out, Haven. I'm out, man. I'll see y'all next time in the next presentation. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, baby.